Oh, hi. Welcome to Ed's Basketball Unlimited, bringing you the best thoughts and opinions on basketball. Now, let's welcome our host, Ed Bazaar. Thank you for your support and for joining me, Ed Bazaar, for episode 2 of Ed's Basketball Unlimited. Thank you so much for the support for the first episode. Got a few views up there, which is great. And I think we can try and double it for next time. Yes, I do. I think we can. Let's give it a go. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so I can keep churning out the best NBA content that I can provide for you. Now, today we're going to talk about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant. Black Mamba. Is he the most mentally tough and one of the strongest basketball players we've ever seen in history? Well, we're going to discuss about this tonight. So stay tuned. There's 3 things I'm going to talk about. We're going to discuss his mentality, and then we're going to talk about his branding, and then we're going to talk about his life after basketball. His mentality, let's start there. This guy was obsessed. He was obsessed with the game of basketball. And I'm not just saying that. He said it himself. Other players and coaches have been saying it because they saw him firsthand and how he approached the game. He was an obsessed being when it came to basketball. He lived basketball. He breathed basketball. He bled basketball for 20 straight seasons for the one team, LA Lakers. And he did so great in what he did. There's one interview from Jay Williams, the NBA ESPN analyst, and he was talking about his first-hand experience with Kobe Bryant. He mentioned in this interview, he said he thought he'd go to the courts, the basketball courts earlier so he can train, so he get a sort of one-up advantage during the game. The game was to start at 7 p.m. He thought he'd get there at 3 p.m. and start training before they met the Lakers, Kobe's Lakers, Kobe and Shaq, the championship Lakers. So he thought he'd get a one-up advantage. He got to the courts, and who was there? Kobe Bryant was there, training already. So Jay Williams, he went down to the courts. He started training, shooting some shots, doing his thing for about an hour. So he finished after an hour, and then he sat down, and he could hear the basketball was still bouncing. He looked over. Kobe was still training, and he wasn't just training doing perfunctory moves or the average training drill or whatever. He was doing actual in-game moves, full-on moves by himself, training and practicing them. So he sat there for a while and he said, "Man, this guy's on another level, isn't he?" Come to the game, Kobe drops 40 on the Bulls that night. Jay Williams, he just was like, "I've got to talk to this guy." So he went up to Kobe and said, he asked him, "Kobe, what is it? Why are you like that? Why did you do that before the game? Like, why were you training so hard?" And he said, "Because I knew you were there. I knew you were coming up to the courts. I saw you." Kobe said, "But I wanted to show you I was willing to train harder than you and work harder than you to reach my goals." And that was it. Drop the mic. Kobe's mentality was strong. He was obsessed. Now, what about Tim Grover? He was the trainer that trained Michael Jordan and also Dwayne Wade, among others, but he also famously trained Kobe Bryant as well. This is what he had to say about Kobe. He said that there's a big thing that we used to use with Kobe all the time, and this is the mentality. He said, you can't be interested and you can't be obsessed at the same time. Interested is a hobby. Kobe Bryant is not interested in winning championships. He's obsessed. And obsession comes in small details that nobody pays attention to. And this was Tim Grover saying. He says, Interested people watch obsessed people change the world. Think about it. That was Kobe's mentality all the way through. He had the strong determination and drive to succeed with whatever he did and to achieve the high achievements that he achieved as a basketball player. Think about his mental toughness when he was playing. Like, he's known to have played through injury many times. He bled on the court. You can see there's a video of him actually dislocating his finger during a match, and then he gets it put back in and he goes back out on the court. He tore his ACL, came back out on the court to do his free throws, and then he left the court and he was out for a year after that. But just the mental toughness just to finish what he started. Maybe it's unmatched. It's something that we haven't seen before. But now let's talk about the branding of Kobe Bryant. Kobe, Mamba mentality, the Black Mamba. That's all you have to say. And you know where it leads to. You know what it's all about. Because of the branding that he built around his mentality. He even packaged it in a shoe. He named some of his shoes the Black Mamba shoes. Now you think about the media, the 24/7 media that we have today. Michael Jordan didn't have that. But we do know that on the odd occasion he'd travel to Las Vegas and party it up, in a back-to-back game or during the playoffs. We knew that about Jordan. But Kobe, he was all about the hard work, strong determination, and he told us about it in his interviews after the game, post and pre-game interviews. He always told us what his determination was. You knew where he was. You knew he was training every day. He wasn't just sitting by smoking a cigar all the time and just relaxing and just taking it easy. Why do you think he had such an argument the way he did with Dwight Howard? Because he said he was lazy. He couldn't tolerate being in the same team with someone as lazy as what Dwight Howard was. Dwight Howard had some attitude problems. Kobe was from a hard-working background, and for what he built for himself, it just didn't match up with what he had built. So if we think about that, we'll think about his accolades that he received in the NBA as well, Kobe Bryant. Let's have a look at some of his career highlights and awards. 5-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, 1-time MVP of the league. He should have won more, but we won't get into that now. 11-time All-NBA first team, 4-time NBA All-Star MVP, tied for the most all-time with Bob Pettit. 9 All-Defensive first teams, 2-time scoring champion, NBA Slam Dunk champion, top 75 all-time player, Naismith Hall of Fame player, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Look at the hard work that he put into his game. And look what he achieved on the court. It really spoke volumes with how he approached with his life with the Mamba mentality and how he packaged and sold it to us. We've bought into it. You should see how many motivational videos are made from Kobe's speeches and interviews about his mentality, because it not only just helps basketball players, it helps anybody to get through and overcome their obstacles and overcome any boundaries that might be stopping us. That's what he did. That's how he approached his game. That's how he approached his life during his career as an NBA basketball player. What about after basketball? Well, life after basketball wasn't any different for him. He kept winning. He won an Oscar. First African American to win an Oscar in the category of Best Animated Short Film, and the first former professional athlete to be nominated and to win an Oscar in any category for his film Dear Basketball. once that film started, I didn't want it to end. It was so amazing to watch and to see his life through that film. But also, it showed he was continuing to win after basketball. His mentality maintained after the game, in life, as a family man, as a businessman, as a motivational speaker. He really, as an entrepreneur. Even a few weeks before his passing, I researched that he was in talks to start up his own animation studio. And you should see some of the animations that he's done on some on YouTube. Check him out. He was really onto something. Like he could tell stories. He knew how to tell a story. He knew how to capture your attention and to take you into a fantasy world. He knew how to do that, but also how to teach you lessons along the way. Life lessons, important skills. There was wisdom there in what he'd learned throughout his life from the game of basketball. Amazing. He just kept on winning. So tell me what you think. Do you think that Kobe Bryant is one of the toughest, most mentally tough and strongest players that we've ever seen in history in the game of basketball? Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll keep churning out awesome basketball related content for you guys. Anyway, thanks for your time. Until next time, bye bye.